forgotten about praying that night I had the first dream vision or any vision since February 2016. That was when I put the video out on the channel, and I did not think I would have more dream visions, but they just kept on arriving. Just as foretold to me in February 2016, when I totally rejected what I was shown and told. As you know, I have said many times on this channel, I cannot believe many of these things have played out. I, for one, cannot comprehend it. I am no prophet, I have not called myself that. I have not labeled myself anything. I give all the glory to the Most High, the God of Israel, and I simply pray for you, our nation and our future. I bring that all up to tie in everything in this video to make a few things clear. Since this dream vision, the timeline dream vision, I have had a lot of attacks directed at me, which is exactly what I knew would happen. I hate anyone giving me a timeline of anything biblical. Why I have been given a few specific dates can only be for the Most High's purposes, because if it was left to me, I would have left out the dream vision due to the specific timeline. I did not want to look like the village idiot. I already sound like Stephen Hawking's half-brother from another mother, let alone now sounding like a quack. So let me get to the timeline dream vision. The timeline dream vision said that everything will be fulfilled by December 2022. I said right from the start when I had it in the year 2021 that I cannot believe a nuke will go off. A lot would have to happen, but never underestimate how fast things can move. Nevertheless, in many comments I mentioned what I am about to say right now. Now with hindsight, and my position is still the same because we can verify all these things with newspaper headlines to confirm it, I am not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I mentioned many times, if I am wrong blame me. If the dream vision fulfills, praise the Most High, the God of Israel. Let us ask this simple question. What does fulfilled mean? Let us take the Bible for example. When the prophets told the Israelites that they would be taken captive to Assyria, when was it fulfilled? Was it fulfilled when they arrived in Assyria? Was it fulfilled when they were in chains being transported to Assyria? Was it fulfilled when the kings were on their way to ancient Israel to capture the 10 tribes? Was it fulfilled when the kings of Assyria got the idea to capture the Israelites? Or was it when the Almighty told Jeremiah that if they continued to sin they would be taken captive? In my mind, the fulfillment of the dream vision is that it is playing out to its final fulfillment. Let's test it out. Is there not talk about the USA and China in a war? Was that not mentioned in February 2020? Yes, it was, and so were the following dream visions. You can verify them on the channel. Anyone who doubts it can ask those who have seen those videos. Is Russia not involved in the Central African Republic now? Is not Turkey beating the war drums? Has Turkey not just had a massive quake of the century with huge tsunami-like waves hitting Turkey and Cyprus? Did Russia invade a country before December 2022? Is there a shortage of fuel in South Africa? Is the spotlight not on Ramaphosa? There are so many dream visions on the channel that I do not remember what I have said nor written. I rely on others who come to the channel and update me on what has and is happening. For those who have kept records and informed where which video is where, thank you, and for those who bring information and confirmation, thank you. May the Most High lead you and guide you. Thank you to those who have sent kind words, and to those who spy on me, those who insult me. May God's blessings be on you, and may your eyes be opened. Many people confirm dream visions on a weekly basis. Some of those dream visions I have forgotten about. For example, the new tanks Russia is deploying to counter these tanks Germany and the West are sending are the literal size description of the tanks I saw which would be rolled out. Oh, the Most High is so awesome, merciful, and as I was shown in February 2016, but rejected due to not believing, the Most High is truly graceful, patient. He knows our strengths and weaknesses. Mine was, as I admit here, a lack of faith. It was too impossible for my mind to comprehend. Who am I to see these visions and dreams? After all, I am a sinner like everyone else. far from grace, but God is merciful and almighty, and so with all my shortcomings. My unbelieving heart, the Almighty had brought me back to my knees in March 2019, and all was confirmed with the first dream vision, and all is playing out. Each dream vision paving the way to the full fulfillment of the first dream vision, when that heavenly scroll opened before my eyes with the words written in a heavenly language, and there it was. I read it in the spirit. It was the vision given to the seer, and then I saw the strike. I warned you, Great Britain. I sent you the warning, but you would not hear. I told you, do not remove those laws or you will destroy yourself. Do not remove those laws on which the foundations of your nation were laid. The land on which our Messiah in the flesh walked your hills, preaching to his flock in Glastonbury, but you went ahead, you removed those laws. I warned you there would be a war with Russia should you remove those laws, and you will not be protected. I prayed for you, but you never heard. Like blind Israel, you removed the foundations on which your nation was built, and now the scroll has opened up. And the warning to America is that you would faint. This time Russia is the aggressor, and there is nothing you can do to stop her. All attempts will be in vain. Only that portion of America remained that I saw. Ladies and gentlemen, has this all taken place and is taking place right now before December 2022 and into the first month so far of this year. The end of the timeline dream vision. I said I was at the tail end of December 2022 looking into the year 2023 like I was looking over a fence, and I saw chaos in the country. Within the first month we have houses being burned, more and more farm attacks, less fuel, just a general feeling of revolution in the air. I had to laugh the other day. The Most High is amazing, beyond words. His ways are too unbelievable to comprehend. A viewer left me a comment who listens to these videos. This person, whoever he or she may be, basically said to me that I said there would be no fuel in South Africa by December 2022. I then posted the full sentence of what I said. What I said was that more than likely by December 2022 going into 2023 we will see less and less fuel. I did not say that by 12 o'clock on December 31st, 2022 that not a single drop of petrol will be available. Anyway, I posted a few comments back and forth showing news articles about fuel shortages in the country. Remember, I had the timeline dream vision in 2021, somewhere in 2021, so a full year before December 2022. We went back and forth with our comments over a day, back and forth, and he was not convinced. Praise the Most High. The next day, before responding to his new comments, I went to read the news headlines to see what is happening, and lo and behold, the Almighty is beyond words. The news headlines on the 31st of January 2023 mentioned bus services in Pretoria. Swain, I prefer Pretoria, which will always be Pretoria to me. This bus service in Pretoria ran out of fuel and could not run. When I read that, I was blown away. I commented, and I could tell by the response from the viewer had a light bulb moment after reading what I put in the video. God is awesome and great. What are the chances that the day before someone wants to argue with me about fuel shortages, telling me there are no fuel shortages, and then voila, in the news. The next day headlines about fuel shortages. Praise God, I could not make it up. Without being rude or sounding arrogant. And I, in all honesty, do not wish to be rude at all about this, but if you cannot see the things mentioned on the channel playing out, then you are not paying attention, or you choose not to pay attention. The famine is mentioned. You see the food shortages now in many countries, and huge inflation which will make many go hungry. I wrote the World Events series to cover world events leading into December 2022 in line with the timeline dream vision, saying everything will be fulfilled. I maintain everything will be fulfilled, in other words. Playing out from December 2022 to their final fulfillment, and the final fulfillment is the first dream vision on the older channel. When this happens, the day, the hour, that is up to the Most High. The two dream visions about America is in play. I said the women will faint. America will faint when they cannot stop Russia. because this time Russia is the aggressor and there is nothing America can do to stop her. Nothing at all. Remember the two dream visions about America. Actually, if you watch the video, you will see the dream vision of America is a dream vision about a confirmation which I asked the Most High about. When I saw those red lines crossing the earth and I saw how everything which is going on right now is due to them orchestrating some prophecy in which they believe their Messiah will return, but I was shown clearly that God is leading them to do all these things for when they all go back to Israel. The book of Obadiah opened before my eyes and the country went up in flames as they stood on the seashores gazing out to sea, waiting for this return out of all the chaos they had caused on earth. Which is this period of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is nothing more than the Edomites, that is Esau from the Bible, Jacob's brother, in the latter days persecuting Jacob Israel, true Jacob Israel found in the west. They do so to fulfill their own prophecies, but it is God who has put these thoughts into their mind to do these things in which the prophecy of Obadiah will be fulfilled. As shown to me. They acted wickedly, but their thoughts, however evil, were for God's purposes and plans which will result in the end of this reign of Jacob's trouble. We often hear of the Magog invasion, but this is already taking place. Those in charge of finance, media, immigration have opened the gates, weakened and subverted our nations within to lead to the final invasion of the East taking on the West. So in terms of writing world events, I am done with them since everything now is in play. Everything is now playing out to the final fulfillment. Now I will touch on some of the visions from 2016 which I saw. One of them was the gathering of nations in the land, and another one is far out there. What I am about to say, I do not know if it is literal or symbolic. In the vision, I believed it was literal. I will explain why. When I was on my knees brought down through these visions in February. Let me explain why. In December 2015 I was brought to my knees 3 times and the visions caused me distress. It was the first time I had visions in years and they were so powerful, 3 times I fell on my knees. I could not believe them. From December 2015 up until February 2016 I was praying for confirmation. Then I was working out one day and I had confirmation of a series of visions. These 2016 confirmation visions are due to praying about the 2015 visions. Again, what I was shown in 2016 caused me to turn my back on all these events, visions, what I was shown, because I could not believe them. They were too far out there. So I did not pray until March 2019 when I was shown the first dream vision confirmation, and then from that day I had many and I do not know how many more I will have. They have been a real burden.